Okay, here we are with a prep for a new liner installation. We're at the stage where we're ready to install the liner. So let's look at a couple of the features here. We'll start at the stairs. This is going to be the most confusing part for you if you're not familiar with how to install stairs. We've used a stair board here, which is basically just a full piece of plywood. Spans the entire top of the stairs. Is duct taped around the underside so that we can get an air seal. We attach a 2x6 to the front with a coping strip so that we can install the liner right through the coping strip. And that will help us to hold the liner where we need it while we install the flange for the stairs. Speaking of the flange, the way that I do these, I'm sure there's lots of different methods that people use, but I put my top 2 screws in on both sides. 2 there, and 2 here. So after I install the liner, I can locate these 2 screws by feeling through the liner, back them through, and that allows me to put the new flange piece in place. With these 2 screws put back in, it then it lines up like a template so that the rest of them are all exactly where they need to be. So 2 screws on the left, 2 screws on the right, and then on the bottom piece you can choose left or right. Just for consistency, I'm always the same. I always put in 2 on the right hand side so I can locate them afterwards. Move down to the next here. We have a Jacuzzi wide mouth skimmer coupled with a Hayward equalizer that just goes to the underside of the skimmer there. So as you can see, I use silicone and duct tape to hold all my gaskets in place. I also mark the top side of the deck with duct tape. Any place where I have something I'm going to need to do a cut in. If you only have one pool to do, you know where the returns are. If you do 100 a year like me, then you will forget where all the returns are. Here we have an aqua lamp, very popular style of light. This one is mounted way too low in the wall. This is going to be a little bit of a headache. Similar to the flange for the stairs, I've set the 2 screws in top so that I can locate them later. In order to facilitate doing the liner, you have to disconnect the aqua lamp completely and just coil up the line and put it back inside there. Okay. Again, I've got a piece of duct tape so I know that I have something there. Here we are at some jacuzzi returns, again marked on the top so I can find it later. Gaskets held in place with silicone and duct tape. If you're wondering what this is for here, I need to create a vacuum seal in order to pull out all the air from behind the liner. So I just use some balls of duct tape inside the return lines themselves to kind of prevent the air from escaping into the system. You can also do the same by isolating with a ball valve in the mechanical room, but in this case there are no ball valves in the mechanical room, so I've just used some duct tape here to prevent us from losing air. So again, same thing, marked on the deck with duct tape so I can find it later. Basically, that's the process in prepping for a liner. We're at the point now where we can hang it. We've rinsed and swept this floor 3-4 times over. It can never be clean enough. If you have so much as a pebble underneath of the liner, it's going to look like a baseball. So we have one liner vacuum here that we're setting up, and then another one on the other end of the pool down there, and that should be good. So we're just about ready to hang this.